I think he's got 5, but they're all little.
Oh, God, kill me now.
I know.
Right, I've just started the recording. I think we should probably get started. Hopefully Nicholas will join us very shortly. If not, then obviously you'll be able to watch the recording. So for everybody, good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to see you all. Nicholas just said thank you. With a bit of luck he'll get in. And a big, huge good evening to Ernest. I understand who's coming on as a result of being a friend of Andy's. So well done, Andy, for bringing Ernest on board. What we wanted to do, there was a couple of things we wanted to cover importantly. I mean, it's the first time Ernest has joined us on any sort of webinar, and obviously we've got kind of the few key people that regularly attend webinars. You always find this in every program. You know, you don't get everybody. It's just the way it is. Some of them watch the recording and so on, but you get that sort of loyal following who always come on the webinars and, you know, come and contribute. And I think, to be perfectly honest, you're the guys who are likely to be the most successful. And I know people are going to watch the recording and hear that, but if you do hear that, get on the webinars. Come on, come and feel the community, feel what's getting involved. Otherwise, you're just a one-man band doing your thing again. You feed off the community. So the more people that get on the webinars and get involved, the better the community feel is. So it's pretty obvious that to me. So well done to you guys who've come on board this evening. And welcome Nicholas, who looks as if he's finally managed to log in. Good of you to join us. Thank you. As I was just saying, those that do the webinars tend to be the most successful people in the business. Now, I'm pretty sure if I went through the top here, and this is for Ernest's and probably Nicholas's information, really. So we're going to start with Andy. Andy, I'm going to unmute you. And would you be so kind for the guys who are here, if I can unmute you? Yes, I have. Would you be so kind as to tell the guys that are here how much product, I mean, how long you've been in the program, how much product you've received, and the value of that product approximately, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, no problem with that, Kevin. I got involved when I got in touch with you. Well, you got in touch with me about it and I joined. The main thing is that I've been here about 11 weeks now. I haven't ordered much this last couple of weeks. I've been busy, I've been in hospital and all sorts. But I've got I'm coming up to £2,500 worth of product. And from that £2,500, I've actually kept about $750 of it for myself. So that leaves me $1,750 to sell on. I've sold about $750 of it on. I've still got 1,000 left, of which I'm starting to put on eBay now. But I have noticed, I've checked 3 of the products I've just put on eBay. I've checked the prices of them on eBay, and they're selling a lot more than me. So I was going to sell some binoculars for £40. I saw them up at 60 with somebody else. I put them back. I put it up at 50. I thought, well, it's trending that way, right? I'm going to go with the trend, and I put best offer on, and it's on for a month. So I'll just leave it be. But yeah, I've been involved about 11 weeks, and it's a brilliant idea. Once you learn what to do, it's so easy. So you don't need anybody else. You just need a bit of support like we do here. So if you've got any problems, you chat with us in the groups, go to the support group. We don't leave messages in the sellers group. But if you want to get back to anybody, you can ask anybody in the support groups. They will try and help you. That's my tuppence worth.
Brilliant. Thank you, Andy. So from there, I'll just mute. Oh, you muted yourself. Well done. So next up, I'm going to bring Anne on board, if I can. But Anne, have we got you yet? Yeah. Anne,
yeah.
There is a time limit.
Oh, do you know, you are so cheeky. This program, apart from the webinar host, is absolutely fantastic. Uh, and if anyone wants to put really big thumbs up in the chat all the time just to re-emphasise how great it is, that'd be brilliant. And that'll wind Kevin up.
Oh, God. That's not, I hate those.
Okay, right. In all seriousness, I've been in since March, haven't I? So March, April, May, June, 4 months, going into 5 months. So thoroughly enjoying it. Took time to, because I, without getting into sort of personal details, I do have health problems, and one of the things is that I can't do a lot during the day. It's if I do 2 and 3 hours, then I feel I've climbed a mountain. So this is fantastic for me because it doesn't take a lot of time. I've got myself a little routine now. I wake up. I always wake up early, so I talk to most of the sellers early in the morning. I do my buying, so I've got all my buying done really before breakfast. And then I look at what I'm keeping. I look at, what I'm going to be selling on, whether I'm selling it on Facebook Marketplace, whether I'm going to be selling it on eBay, whether I'm going to be selling it on to friends. Actually, a lot of people now have started to say to me, "What have you got?" So that's actually really great because it's dead easy. You just say, "Oh, what do you want?" And I'll see if I can get it for you. Is going, the next thing. There have been, I have one of the things I've sort of worked out is staying in the group. For me, I've had thousands of pounds worth of stuff now. I'm not that organised that I've got it all on a spreadsheet. Don't tell Caroline. Oh, God, it's recorded. She'll hear it. Right. I'm supposed to have it all on spreadsheet, but but it's I've got, just as I say, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds now worth of stuff. I've got Christmas presents, birthday presents sorted. Just what to say. Shelley has been, I know she don't like getting spotlighted, but there couldn't have been a better person to have put this together. You are absolutely amazing, Shelley. Yeah, no, and do you know, there's when they talk about in different programs and things and different leadership groups, and they talk about the difference between having people following them and having raving fans. Well, you've got a raving fan, that is the difference because you go actual over and above anything that I've ever known. So thank you very, very much. So yes, just get everyone now. I think we do need now, and I'm the most guilty. I haven't pushed it in the same way as I should. So now we need to build now.
We're going to come to that very shortly, Anne. And try and give people some encouragement to get recruiting properly. We had a little hiccup, as everybody knows. So things sort of went backwards a little bit. And one of the big things, I know Shelley's my partner, and obviously, I'm always going to back her and support her and everything, but I will always tell the truth. The way she handled herself in that situation was incredibly admirable and ethical. I think she spent 6 days sorting out refunds and everything for people because she didn't want anybody upset. Personally, I think she panicked a little bit and should have kept a bit calmer, but she did all the right things. She looked after everybody. Everybody got paid back any money if they'd only just recently joined and so on. And again, I've never seen many programs where people do that if they've got an awkward situation. But we bounced back, reformed as Fab Products. So just removing the name, the Review Exchange was probably a bit obvious. So that was a good move. And Shelley's come back with Fab Products, but she did work incredibly hard that weekend, which was really good. I'm just going to say hello to, all I can see is Andrew Dunf. Is that your whole name, Andrew? I don't know. D-U-N-F?
No, it's Dunford.
Oh, Dunford. Sorry, my apologies. Welcome, Andrew. Thank you for joining us. So we were just going through one or two of the members who have been in for a little while who have done reasonably well and sort of going through the amount of products they've acquired. And so I keep saying I shouldn't do So Anne's been on and gone through her bit, as has Andy Cummings. So now I'm going to call on someone who I know has done rather well out of this in time, Shelley Nichol.
Oh.
So I think the people watching, I mean, obviously you're the owner, and you know anybody who's watching this from outside who doesn't know you is probably going to say, well, they're bound to inflate the truth, blah blah blah. And we've all seen programs where people do that, and they come on with ridiculous promises. You're going to be a millionaire in a week, and you're only going to have to work till 1 till 2 with an hour for lunch. You know, all those crazy promises and so on. The good thing about this is it's real. Absolutely real. And Shelley, what I'd like you to do, if you would give us a little summary of maybe let's just go with the last 6 months, because if we go with how long you've actually been doing it, it's a ridiculous amount of stuff. But in the last 6 months, I know you've acquired a lot of stuff. In fact, where are we? I've got some bits here that you gave me recently. One of these. One of these. Can you see that? One of these. But if we just cover the last 6 months, if you could, and is it possible for you to just pick up your laptop? Because I know, because your house is always a bloody mess. No, it's not. Your house is always full of packages because they're coming and going all the time. Is it possible to pick up your laptop and let's have a little look at maybe what's sat behind you? Because that's where it normally is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Just pick up my mic. Okay, hold on.
Take your time.
You could sing while we're waiting, Kevin.
You wouldn't want me to sing, Anne, trust me. That'll be the end of the webinar in about 2 seconds.
Okay, so I've been doing this for 3 years. Actually, I say a lot as well. I've been doing it for 3 years, and when I started, I've been through 2 big episodes where Amazon have said, right, we're stopping reviews and we're wiping accounts and this and that and the other, and I'm still here. I've had my account wiped, I've had it back again, I've set up other accounts. So there's no situation that I haven't been through. So I'm here to give support and advice. In the early days, I ordered loads of stuff and then I slowed down, but I've consistently ordered products every single day for the last 3 years, and I used to have at least 10 products being delivered every day. I probably have about 3 or 4 now because I'm just doing other things as well. But I'll show you my stockpile first, and this is just where I have so many products, and I've got a load on eBay, and this is where I keep them. So I'll just take you in here. It is a bit of a mess, but.
It's an organized chaos.
Right, so these boxes here, can you see them? They're all full of products. These boxes are my empty boxes, and then here on this shelf here, oh no, this one here, all of that row is products. So this one here, for example, has got all my tablets and stuff. So when I sell it on eBay, don't you see, that's got all my tablets. So when I sell it on eBay, I know to come there. That's got all my face products. And then I've got one over there that's got all LCD lightings and stuff. And then if I come...
Could you just go to the patio doors a minute?
Oh.
Could you, Shelley?
Yeah, I'm just going.
Could you just go to the patio doors a minute? And could you just turn the camera down? Look at that beautiful paving.
All we can see is your face, Kevin.
Oh, is it? Oh, can you not see Shelley?
No.
You spoke.
Maybe I need to click on her, do I?
No, stop speaking and then the camera will come to me. I need to speak, that's why.
Oh, for goodness sake. I wondered why we were going to look out on the patio. Okay, who did the lovely driveway for you, Shelley?
Oxford County Driveways.
Oh, I've heard they're a bit, you know.
A lot of rubbish, that company.
Hope you got a few quotes.
Right, and then down here, I've got more products here. This bag here is full, and that's one of those, is it Sainsbury's bag? And then I've got this IKEA box here, which is also full. I'm sorry, I've got my MacBook, which is not very easy to focus. And then over here, I've got, it's a bit dark, but can you see that? Anyway, there's more boxes there. So yeah, my house is a warehouse at the moment. So yeah, so that's that.
You need a bigger house.
Yes, working on that. So yeah, so basically, yeah, I work quite early in the morning. I work, and like yourself, and I do my buying first thing in the morning, and then I go on to Vipon and get a few items from there. And then my main role is to get new sellers in the group and speak to sellers, keep them active, and let them know that new people are coming, and just to keep them focused and, you know, keep posting. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you very much for that. We'll come back to you in a minute because we want to talk about the USA and how you've been doing with that, the work you've been doing in the background with bringing new people on board, new sellers and so on. But I noticed Nick was on here just now, so if he's still here, he is.
Yeah.
Nick, let me unmute you. You might have to unmute yourself. Are you still there, Nick?
I am, but I'm in a pub, very loud with music.
Oh, you're in a pub?
Absolutely.
You told me you were teetotal.
Well, we probably can't get you to do a testimonial. That would be very real. Just to prove we are live. You are muted, my friend. Thank you very much anyhow. Right, so there, guys. I mean, there are a few new guys on here have been here joined fairly recently. So I just wanted to give you some sort of concrete evidence of what people are doing. My role in this is I've been involved in network marketing for about 10 years now. I've got a pretty good following, and I work. I like to think I've got quite a lot of respect in the industry because I made my mistakes in the early days. Don't get me wrong. I think everybody does that, but I'm very, very selective over what I get involved in now. And when I saw this with Shelley, I didn't actually realise until I walked in, and there's always so much stuff there. I just thought it was the norm, and then she revealed to me that it was all free. I said, "Well, blimey, Shelley, you need to think about sharing this with people and using your expertise." And then she explained she was in the top 5% of UK reviewers. I said, "You definitely need to share your expertise." And she said, "Yeah, but there's loads of, but they can go other places to get involved in reviewing and stuff." And I said, "Okay, so where do they go?" Well, they go on Facebook and they find these great big groups. I said, "Do they get any support in those great big groups?" I said, "No." I said, "So what happens when it goes wrong then?" "Well, that's the end of it." I said, "Well, with your support and your expertise, people will come and they will join you for that expertise. Because as you've said earlier, you've been through just about everything there is to go through. And as you say, and I know you're still getting stuff because one of your, I think is quite a clever plan is actually, I'm not reviewing at the moment. So you're using my account as well. So I'm getting loads of stuff. I'm still getting stuff delivered here and I'm actually not reviewing anything. Bloody fantastic. This Amazon thing just keeps arriving every day. Oh, look what she ordered now. So for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing here, I mean, my role is I support Shelley. I set up the webinars and, whatever she needs me to do, I do. I was initially an affiliate in the program and I brought a few of the guys who are actually online now as well, brought them into the program. But I felt that they were getting the support directly from Shelley, not from me really. I was just doing the webinars. So when she sort of relaunched it as Fab Products, I said to Shelley, look, if the guys join again, then let them join directly with you. I think that's only fair. And more importantly, I need to we need to make it worth her while. You know, she needs enough members to pay for the time that she puts into the program. So that's helped her do it. So I don't get paid anything. I do this officially for love. And so far, I'm extremely underpaid. So that's where I am in the program. So, right, Shelley, coming back to you. I mean, recently we had a request from, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 members or whatever, to open up the USA, because I know that you've got quite a lot of seller contacts in the USA. So you did that. You want to tell us a little bit about what you've been doing in the background to get USA sellers into the group? And then we'll move sort of from there to the decision we kind of made recently.
Yeah, so I was asked by a few of the UK members whether we're branching out to the US, and it was always on the back burner to do that. And then I also get sellers saying, oh, do you have a group like this in any other countries? US was quite popular, and Germany as well. So as we reform the group, I thought, okay, well, right, why don't we just make it UK and US? And so we've done that. All the sellers have been contacted. A lot of them sell in the UK and US, so they were very happy, and they started posting straight away. So so the group now is UK and US products, and obviously we're trying to grow the US side, and we've got quite a few US sellers, well, UK and US sellers joint sort of thing in the group, and I'm looking to get more as the US reviewers grow. So yeah.
Okay, jolly good. So at the moment, obviously, we've got Ernest here at the moment. So if Ernest goes out and recruits, say, 10 of his friends, and they go and recruit 10 of his friends, what's in it for Ernest?
Well, I do get a lot of the sellers saying, oh, if you can get more reviewers, we'll pay you commission. And I just don't have time to do that. So I've had a few US ones offering that as well. So he can get commission on so he'll not only get the affiliate commissions for Fab products, he'll get extra commission from the sellers. And we also have that with some of the UK ones as well. So if anyone's interested, I'll have to look back and see what sellers ask, because I've sort of said, oh, I really don't have time, but, you know, keep reminding me and I'll let you know.
Right, so the people that, if you're recruiting USA people directly, what commission do you get? Because I know it's $35, so what commission do you get?
It was $13 for tier 1, so your immediate downline, and $7 for tier 2, so that's if your tier 1 person recruits someone.
Okay, so you're giving $20 back basically to the people who do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 people frontline, that's $130, and if they all get 10 and so on and start duplicating that, then that's quite a decent income, and on top of getting free products.
Yeah, and then also the sellers, certain sellers will offer like £2 and £3 if they can get someone else to review their product. So they'll learn that as well. All
right, that's good. But the power's going to come, as it did with the UK, really, because obviously we launched off fairly small. The more active the group got, then the more the sellers got active. So, we need people to get out there, start talking to their friends and bring them in again, get them involved in the program. So that needs to happen fairly soon, if possible. Right? Do you want to talk about the competition that we put up, kind of mid-June, and talk about where we're at with that now? Do you want to announce who won that? Do you want to announce what we're going to do? Do you want me to announce?
Yeah, you do it. You say
the decision in regard to money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think importantly, I mean, somebody said it just now. Obviously, I know it's difficult and I know it's hard, but you've got to persevere, and if you do a little bit every day, just aim to do a little bit every day. If you work it out quite easily, if you get 2 people a day, and you do that, not 2 people a day, sorry, 2 people a week, and you do that for 52 weeks of the year, let's give you 2 weeks off for Christmas. If you do that 50 weeks of the year, that is 2 people a week. That's £1,000 commission a year. you put on top of what you're doing, plus your tier 2, your second level. And that is just getting 2 people a week. Cut it in half, 500, £500 a year. You're just going to get just for bringing in 1 person a week, if need be. So it's doing that little and often. And I know it's really difficult. It's one of the hardest things to motivate yourself for. And I've mentioned it before. It's over there now, the Jeff Olson book, which talks about little and often. And I don't know if anybody actually went off and read that after our last webinar, but I encourage people to, because I honestly think all the secrets to just about everything are in there. Personal happiness, business, development and so on. It's the little and often that matters. So encourage people, just set yourself a target, just get 1 person a week. That's it. I don't tend to do that. If I go flat out, I go for 100 people in the first 2 weeks, which is one of the reasons why I don't actually promote Shelley's program, because I found in the past that if I head up a program and then I go out and start recruiting everybody, the people I'm recruiting are going, well, what's the point? He's getting everybody anyhow. So that was one of the reasons I just brought the first few in and kind of backed off a little bit.
Were you going to put a video together, Kevin, or?
Well, I did
Or
one.
a recruiting one. Yeah, it had too much info in, didn't it? Shelley's info.
Yeah, Shelley said he'd do a shorter version. So, and I just like that. It's that round to it situations. Just haven't got round to it. But yeah. So I will. Yeah, I will put another one together. Yeah, I'll do that. Definitely.
It does help. I mean, that's not me being lazy or anything, but it does actually help if you've got something like that you can just throw at somebody and say, here you go, you need to know about it. There, have a look at that and you'll know what it's all about. So. Okay,
well, now you've reminded me, I will do that before I go to bed, Anne.
You are a wonderful, wonderful man.
And I will probably now go
Shelley,
to bed.
are you listening? He's a wonderful, wonderful man.
Yeah. I'm going to go to bed when you're going to be the last thought in my mind.
That's scary.
It's over.
And I just mentioned something here. My guy in the USA, Glenn, I've been on a couple of chats with him, and that's maybe why he's left the meeting, because he said he cannot understand the English accents.
Who
now,
said that?
Glenn did. Glenn from USA told me on 2 meetings I've had with him on voice, he can't understand what I'm saying.
I can't understand you, Andy.
I was just going to say, I haven't got a clue what you're saying, Andy. Speak English.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not that good a presenter, but I said, I'm sorry to say, but I found his accent hard to understand as well. So the reason I'm mentioning this, he did say to me, can you get a couple of videos done that maybe a USA person or somebody else can do them for us in the USA, so we understand the accent more? And he was serious. He couldn't understand a word I was saying.
Wow.
Now,
well, I think that's, without being rude, I think that's possibly his, not your. I can understand you, Andy. All right, you haven't got, received English, as it were. It's not the old BBC English, but perfectly able to understand you.
Yeah.
Maybe,
maybe that's what he's after, the perfect English and pronunciation. I don't know.
Hey.
I'm mentioning that because I said to him, I said, right, I'll try and get a video done. But then I'm thinking,
Andy, does he understand the program?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's really easy. I'll put some slides together. I'll do an English one. I'll send him the slides. You do his own.
Yeah, that's good.
He's an American. We want an American to do it. Yeah, let's get him to do it.
Yeah, I told him that. I said, look,
Nick says, get Scouse to do it.
Better than me. If they'll understand. But I'm sorry to say, Glenn, you probably listen to this when you finish. I did find it hard to understand what he was saying. So it goes 2 ways, right?
I think it does though. Anyhow, I think if you talk to certain people from certain parts of England, you can't understand them. You're English. The accents is amazing how they vary.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure where he's from now, but crikey, if he talks like that where he lives. if I lived there, I'd get lost. You know, but he's a good guy, he's Glenn. I like him a lot. You know,
You can't cover your ass now. You've already upset him. Forget that.
I was going to say, you're definitely off his Christmas list, mate. Yeah.
I apologise, Glenn. I apologise.
Too late, mate. Sorry.
Right, not to worry. Not to worry.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll give that a thought. You know,
Well, we've got two American guys on now. If they're still on, ask them.
have we? Which two? Is it Andrew Dunford?
No, Nicholas. Oh, wait a minute.
Nicholas Barnes?
Ernie?
Yeah, Nicholas Barnes is American, isn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know then.
We'll find a way. Don't worry. We'll just make a note of it and we'll find a way. I think the first thing we need to do is get an English one. Somebody who speaks reasonably well. So and let's do that first and go from there and see what they say about that. And then if they're happy, I mean, to me, the answer is if I was talking to somebody in America who was serious about building a team, I'd say to them, look, you want to head up your team, why don't you do the video yourself?
Yeah, Nick Wood just said perfect scout is what he needs. I lived in America and everybody understood him.
Right, well, we'll have to get Nick to, we could do every linguistic version there is for every part of England and every part of America then. All right, we'll
Absolutely. Yeah,
we'll
now
have 300 video.
I heard Cheryl Cole is at a loose end, so I mean, we could get her doing the Geordie one, couldn't we?
Why?
Way,
Right, coming back to Earth, what we've decided is Shelley put up £100 prize, and me and my wisdom waved £100 in cash in front of the camera and said I'll add to it to make it 200 on the basis of people recruiting in June. Frankly, it's been a bit disappointing. Okay, that's the downside. We've had, 7 new recruits, Shelley, yeah?
Yeah.
To confirm. So we had a board meeting earlier today in the sunshine, and we made a decision. In fact, to tell you what, I made the decision. So if you're going to blame anyone, blame me. I can take it. We decided that what we're going to do for June is we're going to pay the top recruiter £50 for doing what they did in June. To be fair, they only had half a month. So maybe that's one of the reasons people really didn't get going with it. So, but we're still going to kind of keep to our word. Shelley's going to pay the winner, who she's going to announce in a minute, £50. And what we're going to do as of now, the other 150 remaining is going into July. So we're going to offer that as a prize, £150 at the end of July for the person who, or persons, there might be a draw, you never know. And they won't get 150 each, and it will be divided between them. Whoever recruits the most people to the programme in July is going to receive £150. Okay, now that should incentivise everybody to say, there's a nice little bonus for you at the end of the month. And bear in mind, for every person that you recruit, you're going to get £10 or $13 anyhow. So it's a win-win. You cannot lose.
Yeah, how about saying that there's got to be a minimum, as it were? So, you know, the prize will start the minute, as it were, somebody reaches, I don't know, even just 5. So, you know, as soon as they've got 5 new members, then they're in with a chance, as it were. Because what you don't want, I mean, is another, not that it will, but just you wouldn't want to put yourself in a situation where at the end of July, you've got someone who's got 1 and somebody else who's got 2, and it's like, oh, come on. I think we all have to take responsibility this month and really go for it and say, right, come on, at least 5, and then we're in the running for the prize.
Shelley, you're the boss.
Yeah, no, I think that is a good idea. But I also think, whereas we only had 7, so there was 1 person with 2 and then 5 with 1 each. I don't think, I think it's the cumulative numbers. So if there's if we got 20 people in, then yes, I think it's worthwhile. But if we only got maybe 10 in a month, and then there was like 5 people with 1 again, and one person had 3 and another person had 2, then I just don't think it's not a fair competition. It's not like a proper competition, because I think, you know, it's quite easy to get one person, isn't it? But I think
Yeah, exactly. Derek and Paul have both said they think that's a good idea. So
yeah, I think
I've got about 18 people in my group now, all looking at this.
yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, but it's not because
Oh, there. Nick says, "What about double commission after 5? If you're in the month."
I think Nick's drinking too much.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, the
Idea.
main thing about my people is I've got half of them are watching and listening to what I'm doing. 3 or 4 of them have spoke to me this week to say yes, they're going to join. Right? I'm not going to push them. I haven't pushed them at all. They've got to do it off their own back. They've got enough information. They know what's going on. It's just the other 12 or 15. I don't understand what's happening to them. But anyway, I'm saying that because it can be done. And if you do just one a week, talk to one person a week, and that shows interest, and work with them and explain to them exactly how it all pans out. And that's all you need to do.
I do also feel, Andy, that it's not necessarily how you've described it. It's the person, because I've spoke to 2 people and I know everything there is to promote. I'm not a salesperson or anything, but I've done it, so I know what to say. And, you know, I was like, yeah, they'll sign, and they haven't signed. So it's the person, what their situation is, whether they've got the time. So there's lots of factors. So if they don't sign up, don't feel, oh God, you know, I didn't close it. It's down to their personal issues or whatever.
Yeah, because it's not a program you need to close. It's black and white.
Yeah.
There, do you want free stuff? Join us, we'll teach you how to do it.
I think also at this sort of time, people are focused on their holidays and kids going off school. And, you know, if it's like August time and people are thinking about Christmas, I think this business will do really well around that sort of time. But, you know, it's good to get people in early now because, yeah.
I think now is a good, and I actually think that's a good sales pitch for telling people to get in, because, you know, come in now, start building now, and by end of October, you'll have done all your Christmas shopping.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, you start coming in near Christmas, it's all too late. Everyone's in and everyone's grabbing them.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I just want to reply to Nick's comment again. Actually, Nick, reading that again, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think we could look at that for another month as a promotion. For this month, we're going to stick with what we said at £150 to the top promoter, and there has to be an accumulative total by the end of July of how many people have joined, Shelley, for this to actually pay out.
Well, I'd say 15.
15, because it's going to cover the price basically. So 15 new people have joined by the end of July, and then the top person will receive £150. And then, Nick, great idea. We'll look at that for another month's promotion.
Well, yeah, maybe September, because August people don't do much. Summer holiday.
Well, if ever you're going to invade the UK, do it in August because everybody goes on holiday.
Or in the middle of a heat wave where no one can be asked. Yeah, whatever.
With the driveway business, we used to cancel all advertising in August because it was a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
Things are different now. I mean, obviously with the online, we didn't so much have the online presence that we have these days. So we wouldn't do that now. But we would have done in the past when it was publications, because it was just a waste of time because nobody read anything. They were just going on holiday. That was it. But with the online stuff, people see it all the time, whether they go away or not, particularly if they come from Oxfordshire. Anyhow, so yeah, Shelley, I think you're right. September, good month to do that. So we'll look at that and put that together for September. I'm going to shoot off and after this webinar and get a promo video done for everybody to use. I'll give that a bit of thought and some time, and obviously upload that to everybody. My daughters are buying loads of kids' presents, camping and holiday stuff right now, says Nick. For me, you just buy everything anytime, just stockpile it, get it built up. And particularly as we get towards Christmas, when people start looking for more stuff, nice to have a stockpile there to sell. I have to tell you, Shelley's got so much stuff listed. It's fantastic. Every day I'm getting ping, 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 because she uses my PayPal account, eBay account for selling on, in order to keep it separate from her private stuff. And my phone just goes, there are times it just goes absolutely bonkers for sales. And it's stuff you think, you can't work out what sells best at what time of year. Everything sells, absolutely everything. Right, okay, Shelley, so have we covered that now? You're going to give, you haven't announced the prize winner, I'm leaving that to you. So you're going to give £50 to the top recruiter for the second half of June, which was, wait a minute. Da-da-da-da!
Julie Templeton.
Hey! Everybody clap.
Yay! Well done, Julie.
Well done, Julie. Fantastic.
He's not here.
No,
She's not here, but no, she'll see the recording though.
she's under Derek anyway.
I bet she hasn't upset any of her mates tonight.
yeah, Andy's got no chance of winning this month. Oh, the little gits.
He'll go back to his group and there'll be 2 people there. Oh.
So Paul says, well done, Julie. Derek has said, congratulations to Julie. And apparently Julie is under me. Well, Derek, that's something you should probably keep to yourself.
I was just going to say, it's far too much information again.
Yeah, we really don't need to know that. We did wonder why she wasn't on the call.
Dear. Anyway. I agree, Derek. TMI. Anyway.
Right, I don't know, how long have we been on?
45.
Okay, well, 45 minutes, and it's been a nice webinar, I think everybody would agree. Lots of useful information here. Guys, I'll get that video together for you. I'm going to finish off now and leave Shelley to say the final goodbyes. I'll get that video together for you this evening, and it will be with you tomorrow. And then just go out and talk to people. I like to think I'm pretty good mentally at what we need to plant in their heads in order to get them involved. And I'll do a little close at the end as well. So I will do my best. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to mute myself and say thank you, everybody, for attending again. And Shelley, I love you, darling.
Likewise. Anyway, guys, I'd like to say thank you. Well, first of all, thank you to Kevin for setting up these webinars, because these Zoom calls, because I wouldn't have a clue. And well, actually, I probably would work it out. But anyway, thank you very much for doing that. Thank you for your support and setting up like videos and various things. And I just want to thank everyone else that joined this webinar and who will watch it in their own time. Thank you for your continued support with Fab Products. And yeah, I will just do my best to get more different varieties of products and different sellers, all trusted good sellers, into the group and offer more support as well. So thanks, guys. I'm not good at closing, I told you that.
Thank you, Shelley. Bye for now. I'm off.
Bye. Take care. All right. See you guys.